So hello and welcome everyone to this new tutorial session. In this video, we will understand some of the similarities and some of the key differences between the dictionary and the set data type. So in the last few tutorial sessions, we understood how we can use the dictionaries and sets in Python. Now both of these data types are unordered in nature. Moreover, we utilize curly braces to define sets as well as dictionary. So the method to declare a set as well as a dictionary is same. So let us discuss some of the key similarities and differences between them. So if I talk about dictionary, a dictionary in Python is an unordered data type that stores data in a key value format. Now we have discussed about dictionaries in our previous tutorial in detail. After this, sets in Python are also unordered collection of elements where each element must be unique and immutable. Now if you guys remember, the keys in a dictionary are also immutable, and in the same way the elements of the set are immutable. However, both these dictionary and set are mutable in nature, which means we can add or delete the elements, but the elements themselves are immutable, which means we cannot modify the value of a key, or we can say we cannot modify the name of the key in dictionaries. In the same way, we cannot modify the value of any element in set. So these are the key differences between set and dictionary. So let's discuss them one by one. So very first difference is in their syntax. So when we want to define a dictionary, we need to specify the list of key value pairs separated using a comma. Now these key value pairs are enclosed within the curly braces where the key value pair are separated using a colon. Now if I talk about set, to define set, we need to specify list of elements enclosed within the curly braces and each element is separated using a comma. So let's discuss one basic example related to this difference. So here you can see one basic example. In this example, first we have imported this pprint module. So basically we are going to use the pprint function to format the dictionary that we are going to declare further in this program. So after importing the pprint module, we have defined this dictionary profile, which consists 5 key value pairs. So very first is the username, second is the primary weapon, third is the secondary weapon, fourth is health, and fifth is ranking. So this profile basically represents the gaming profile. So after declaring this dictionary, we are using the curly braces to declare one set. So the name of this set is prime underscore numbers. Now this set consists all integer type values. Now after declaring this dictionary and set, first we are using this pprint function from this pprint module to print the dictionary in a formatted manner. Then we are simply using the print function to print one empty line, and then we are using the print function to print the set. So now let me execute this code block, and here you can see the result. Now, if you look in this example closely, while defining the dictionary, the very first key value pair is user name, and when we printed out the dictionary, the very first key value pair is health and 5. So in this way, you can see the complete dictionary is unordered. So if you look at the order in which we defined our dictionary, so first we define the username, then we define the primary weapon. After this, we define secondary weapon, then we define health, and in the last we define ranking. But when we got our result, very first key is health, then we have this primary weapon, after this we have ranking, then we have the secondary weapon, and in the last we have the username. And same is the case with the set. So if you look at the order in which we define the set elements, very first we define 2, then 3, then 5, then 7, then 11, then 13, then 17. But when we got our result, very first element in the set is 17, then there is 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. So this basically represents how both dictionary and set are unordered in nature. Now the next point is related to the similarity between both of these data types. So basically keys in dictionary can be a string, tuple or number, and the values can be of any data type. So there is one restriction in dictionary. The keys are basically immutable in nature, which means we cannot basically change the data of the key after it has been declared. See, we can change the value using indexing, but we cannot change the data of the key. So due to this, we cannot use list as a key in dictionary because lists are mutable in nature. And in the same manner, what happens in set? So in sets, to define the elements of a set, we can either use string type data or we can use numbers, tuples, booleans with no duplicates, but we cannot utilize list because again the elements of the set are immutable because we cannot use indexing, so we cannot fetch the particular element from the set. So that's why even if we try to declare list as an element in a set, the Python interpreter will return an error. Now let us understand this concept with the help of an example. So here you can see one basic example. In this, we have defined this dictionary. The name of this dictionary is sample underscore dic, and here you can see a key has been defined which is of integer type. Then we have defined its value, which is of string type. Then we have defined this string type key, which is name, and its value is James. Then we have defined this is active, which is again a string type key, and the value of this key is true, which is a boolean value. Then after this, we have defined another string type key skills, and the value of this skills key is a list containing two string type values, management and game development. So we can define list as a value, but we cannot define this list as a key. So if I want this list as a key and then I define skills as a value, then the Python interpreter will basically return an error. So I have run this code block. So here you can see this error, type error. So unhashed type list. Now if I remove this line and then I execute, so this code has been executed successfully. Now if I want to print this, I can use the print function. So here we got our result. So after this, let's focus on the set. So in the set also we can define numbers. So this is one integer value. Now next, let's take one float value. So I will put 2.4. Then we have defined this boolean value true. Then we have defined this string type value Adam. Then we have also defined this tuple, which contains 3 elements. And then in the last, we try to define a list within this set. Now this list also contains 3 elements. Now if I try to execute this cell, this time also the Python interpreter will return the same error, unhashed type list, because list type data is not acceptable in set. So if I remove this list from this set and then I try to print this set using the print function, so here you can see the successful execution. Now let's move forward. So the next key similarity between both of these data types is that both of these data types are immutable nature, which means we can modify dictionary as well as set. So what we can do, we can add new key value pairs in a dictionary, or we can delete them. We can also change the value of any key. In the same fashion, for sets, we can add new elements in the set. We can also delete the elements, but we cannot modify the value of any set element. Now let's understand this thing also with the help of an example. So here in this example, again we are using the same profile dictionary, and for set we are using the same prime numbers set. Now here you can see in this example, the value of this ranking key is gold. So what we are doing, we are using the indexing to change the value of this ranking key from gold to silver. So first we need to define the name of the dictionary. Then we are using this square brackets. Within the square brackets, we need to define the name of the key. So I want to fetch the key ranking. Then we are using this assignment operator, and then we need to define the value. So here we have defined silver. Now in sets, we cannot implement indexing because the sets are unordered in nature. Neither do it consist any keys. So we cannot fetch any element. Due to this, we cannot modify the element value. We can either insert new elements or we can delete certain element. So in the same way, we are using this add method to add 19 value in our prime numbers set. Now we have already explained all these operations in our previous tutorial related to set and dictionary. So after these modifications, we are using the pprint module, which we have imported in the very first program. So we are using the pprint function from this pprint module to print both set and dictionary. So let me execute this code block. So here you can see ranking is now silver. In the same fashion, 19 element was not there previously, and 19 element is been added to this set. Now let's move forward. So if I talk about built-in methods, so there are 45 built-in methods for dictionary, and for sets there are 56 built-in methods. Now after this, the main difference comes when we want to define any empty set or dictionary. So I will move back to my Jupyter notebook. Now as we know, we can use the curly braces to define set and dictionary. Now if I want to define any empty set, so in that case we cannot use this curly braces, because when we use the empty curly braces, the Python interpreter will recognize as a dictionary. So to define any empty set, we need to use the set method. So here in this example, we are simply creating one empty dictionary using the empty curly braces, and we are using the set method without any argument to define the empty set. And after that, we are simply using the print function to print the dictionary and set. So if I execute this code block, here you can see, so here empty curly braces represents dictionary and the empty set method represents the empty set. Now after this, the last difference between the set and dictionary is that in dictionaries we can utilize indexing with the help of keys, but in sets we cannot utilize indexing because they are unordered. So let me show you one example related to this as well. So here in this small code of block, we are using the same profile dictionary and we are using the same prime number set. So how we implement the indexing, we use the square brackets, and within the square brackets we either use the index number, but in the case of dictionary we use keys because dictionary does not have any index number. So here we are simply fetching this key from the profile dictionary. So we are fetching the username key. So first we define the name of the dictionary, then the square brackets, within the square brackets the name of the key. Here we are also trying to index the set, which is prime numbers. So I am indexing the element given at index 0. So when I execute this code block, so here you can see it has returned this thing. So first it has returned this username. So the value of this username key in the profile dictionary is dynamo. Let me show you. Here is the dictionary, profile dictionary, and for username the value is dynamo. And after implementing this line, for the next print statement it has returned an error. This is because we cannot implement indexing on set. So now I hope the difference between a dictionary and a set is clear to you. And with this we have come to the end of this tutorial session. Thank you for watching. We will see you in the next one.